except for the degrees. But in my defense, degrees are a lie. They're all a scam. So the fact that I can print my own.
You shouldn't mind handing me yours.
I have no problem. It's right here. I'm happy to give it to you. And 10 others, by the way.
I'm going to need the real one.
You can even pick the frame that you want.
I'm going to need the real one
fine.
or you get punched.
Shit.
This episode is made possible by our therapy partners, Dirty B, Myra,
and
Pickett. From fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Pod Therapy. Real people, real problems, and real therapists. You can submit your questions anonymously at podtherapy.net or email us at podtherapyguys@gmail.com. Pod Therapy is filmed in front of a live studio audience. And now, broadcasting from the churn, that's Jim, the Dr. Pepper to my Mr. Pibb. That's Mountain Lightning Whitney. And that
I love it.
Personified caffeine-free RC Cola is Jacob. Time for some Pod
He needs
Therapy.
a lot more caffeine this week.
You know what? You're not okay. The RC Cola thing, you nailed it. Like that's.
I know.
He is absolutely.
Oh, he's definitely RC Cola.
RC
I
Cola.
put the caffeine free just because I knew it upset him.
Yeah. The caffeine.
I don't think RC ever made a non-caffeinated product.
I don't
They
think
didn't.
that.
I don't think
they
so.
didn't.
That's
I don't think
fair.
an option.
You're
Yeah.
unique. You're one of a kind.
Yeah, RC Cola though, growing up, that was my
So
jam.
good,
That was
right?
the stuff.
Yeah.
Well, did y'all ever have those A&W root beer places? It's like a
Yeah.
Dairy Queen. It's just
I
like
mean,
We had an
I
actual
never-
A&W.
I
That's
saw
what I mean.
them.
Yeah.
He's talking about the store.
But it's an A&W root beer place because A&W is
Well,
a
it's
root
an
beer.
A&W restaurant.
That's-
root,
they
root
sell
beer
root
is a
beer.
product.
No, it's a
It's
root
not
beer.
just root beer.
That's
Oh my
what it
gosh,
is.
Jeff.
No, I know
That's
they
like if you
have
said
it.
there's a Pepsi store. It's Pepsi.
No, A&W.
No, it would be
no.
like if Pepsi were an existing company and then years after being a company
Like cherry
decided
Pepsi.
to sell a soda.
It would be
Really?
like it'd be like if McDonald's decided that they were just going to sell their flavor of Coca-Cola.
A&W's not a root beer?
Well, it is a
Oh
root
my
beer, but it started out as a restaurant.
It was
a
the
brand
brand. It was
restaurant,
already a
yes.
brand.
Holy shit.
And then
Yeah.
that company produced a root beer.
So it's just like a fast
their-
food place.
Yeah, and their root beer was really good. So then eventually they're just like, you know what? Fuck the
So now
restaurant.
that's bigger
Let's
than the
just-
restaurant.
Yeah, let's just sell the
wow.
restaurant.
To be fair, I didn't know which one came first.
Oh, that's
so.
fantastic. Oh, that's
Yeah,
so
yes,
great.
the
Tessa's
Australians
saying they
knew
still
all
have
about
one.
that.
It's
The
mainly because
Australians
no one
know
eats
about
there.
A&W
The
root
Australians
beer?
and the Canadians knew what this was.
Oh
You guys
my
have
gosh,
it? You guys have
Canada.
A&W
Dude,
root beer?
I grew up in a town of 2,000
Australia and
people.
Canada.
That we had an A&W. That was like the only
I would
place
expect
that we
that to
had.
Yeah.
make sense, but I thought it was a root beer company.
No,
that
no.
like was like Dairy Queen.
No.
And so like they just sell root beer floats.
Oh, dude, go to Boulder City. They
No, I
still
know.
got
That's why I
one.
brought it up because I went to Boulder City the other day for the Jamboree, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh shit, there's an A&W. We should go."
Yeah. Did you have the cheese curds?
No, I didn't get to go.
Oh,
You've
the
eaten at
cheese
a place?
curds are-
You've
Yeah.
eaten
They
at
sell
A&W?
cheese curds.
I've always seen it. It's been an elusive place.
Oh,
I'm like,
it's
does anyone
so
actually
good.
eat there?
Yes,
A&W
I
in Boulder
love
City?
A&W.
I know. Yeah.
I absolutely love A&W.
Oh,
It's so
man.
good.
We're going there this weekend.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
get
I went
the
to the
cheese
Boulder
curds.
City Jamboree, and it kicks all
Is that
the
why
ass.
you need to wash your van, dude? That's
Oh, is it? It's
terrible.
pretty dirty out
Yeah.
there. Huh? Yeah. It gets dirty in Boulder City. It's just dust and hookers. That's all it was. A damn good time.
Oh.
Yeah, that was fun. But yeah, I saw the A&W and I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
need to go there. But now I know more about it.
Okay, so
Oh, my gosh.
funny story. I went hiking. This is probably, it's probably 9 years ago now.
You should
9
hike
or 10
more
years
often
ago.
than that.
Yeah, I was like, it's been a while.
I know that because it was with my ex-wife.
Okay.
We went hiking and we went out to the hot springs. You ever been over there to
the
the
Gold-
Arizona?
Gold Strike?
The Arizona, I don't know. It's the Arizona hot springs.
Yeah.
So you go across the dam, the Boulder,
You drive.
Hoover
Drive
Dam?
Hoover
across
Dam.
the
Yeah.
I almost called it the Boulder Dam.
You almost did.
Because I'm from
Which is
1928.
weird. I don't know who this
Back in my
fucker
day.
is. Not about his fucking
Yeah.
programs.
So anyway, you go over the dam, and then I think it's like the first exit. Once you get into Arizona, you get out, and then you can hike down. And
It's not very far.
It is. I was just going to say it's a really long hike, and so she's
was
saying
not-
it's not
for
very
a
far.
bitch.
Like, we
Yeah.
stumbled
Whitney's
upon
like,
it.
oh, that was easy.
I know,
didn't
like,
even
there was
bring
one
water.
tiny hill, and
Yeah.
then it was, like, flat there.
It's pretty flat. It's
Whitney
flat.
tripped at the top
here's
of the
the
hill
thing.
and just
Just
rolled
rolled
down the
down.
entire trail.
And it was like,
That was super easy.
As you
Sorry,
no,
Nick.
actually, no. You're right though. It's not like
it's
up
not
and down.
difficult. Yeah.
It's flat.
Yeah, maybe it was longer, but it wasn't.
But you hike all the way down to the river, and then you have to kind of turn around and come back up, and then there's these hot springs, these pools.
We went a
And
different route.
we went in like July, so it's
Damn.
120 degrees.
Why would you do that?
And we were not very prepared at all because we had like one container of water,
I kind of thought you were going to say
And
root
so-
beer for some reason.
No.
We had to
And
ration
so-
it.
Like 1
We had
2
to
liter.
ration it. On the way back, we were rationing it.
Oh,
and like we
wow.
were each taking little sips at a
hot as
time.
Trying to
Shit.
survive.
Yeah, and it was terrible. Myra has a question. Yes.
What is the motto
What
of the Boy Scouts?
is the motto of the Boy Scouts again?
It was
Yeah.
an unrelated
Always
question.
be-
Unrelated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always
Unrelated. I'm not going to
Yeah.
be prepared.
Yeah.
be-
Put some lube on
prepared,
it.
Yeah. Rub kitty litter.
Ah, shit.
Oh, that's the
we
Boy
gotta
Scout
start the
master
show
slogan.
over again. Oh, damn it.
Why?
Anyway, we can't. We have a live studio audience.
It's too
We
late.
can't cut
Yeah,
anything
this is how
now.
the magic is done.
Yeah.
Welcome,
I've
general
looked up
audience.
RC Cola, by the way.
Oh,
No,
there
they
you go.
did not make a non-caffeinated drink. They
course.
do make a double caffeine version
Oh
of it. though.
my
No,
God.
they do not.
Can Jacob be the double
Do they? Oh my
caffeine?
God,
Yeah.
they do.
Yep, they just
That
do.
shouldn't be legal.
Wow.
Oh,
Double
They have enough
caffeine.
sugar, but not no caffeine.
wow. Well, there you go, kids. Now you've learned something.
Mm-hmm.
It is the week of Scoop Fest as we record this, and as it comes out live, Scoop Fest will be in full throttle action. Make sure you're following all of our socials as we will be sharing all the fun moments.
Don't follow mine.
Is that
Mine's
the
a
end of your
bad follow
story?
this week.
Don't follow
What?
Jacob.
Is that the end of
It's
your
just
story?
boring.
The end of
Your
his
hiking
story was
story?
that it was hot and they almost died.
Oh, yeah.
Was that the end of
I
your
was telling
story?
a story, wasn't I?
I thought that was the end of the
The
story.
next story. I was like,
No, I had
after
to
you
tie it
ran
back
out of
into
water.
A&W.
Oh, go ahead.
somehow.
Yeah, I wasn't where
I
the root beer
completely
was coming
forgot.
in. I thought you were going to say a 2 liter of root beer is
No.
what we had on us. And we were just
Nick's like,
surviving
and that's
taking
why I
sips
brought
of
the
root beer.
beer.
Speaking of Coca-Cola, I went swimming one time. No, yeah. So then, anyway, that was the first. So we needed water, and on the way back, like we were both about to die.
Yeah.
And that was the first place on the way back into
Oh,
town.
the A&W.
Is the A&W.
Oh,
So you got cheese
gotcha.
curds.
And so, yeah. So then we're like, we need water, please. So we had
And
a bunch
some
of
cheese
cups of
curds.
water.
Side
And then
of
I was
cheese
like,
curds.
well, we may as well get a root beer float and some cheese curds.
Yeah, we're here.
No, but here's the fucked up part of that. They didn't have cheese curds at this one because they were out for some reason.
That's fucked up.
Motherfuckers.
And so then I had a root beer float. And so the whole way back from Boulder City to Vegas, I was just like, God, I really want some cheese curds. So we went to another A&W
Wow.
just to get cheese curds.
Which has to be the only other A&W
It is. I
in
think so. It's
Nevada.
on Cheyenne.
Yeah, I know exactly. Wow.
Yeah.
You drove all the way up to
Yes.
Cheyenne?
No, it was on the way because I
Oh, that's
lived
right.
up
You
in
lived
the
in
Northwest.
Providence. Yeah,
so-
yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I was about to say, buddy, that's far.
Yeah, that's like 30 minutes out of the way.
That's way out
From
of
where
the
you
way.
live now.
Just for the
Okay, thanks for
anchoring.
finishing the story.
You're welcome. Yeah,
I
thanks
was
for,
like, what?
thanks for reminding me to tie a bow on that.
You're
I'm
welcome.
glad we got that out of the way.
I wouldn't have made it the
Yeah.
rest of the podcast
Yeah.
without knowing.
Hello, general audience. All of you who are not part of the Patreon. This is a good week to get in on the Patreon because you can join us for the shenanigans, pre-show shenanigans with live audience. And this week is very important because this will be now the third time that we absolutely whipped the dog shit out of the Morning Murder Girls in a game of trivia. And this time we brought Whitney, which is great.
Yeah.
Because we don't even need Whitney. We've done it twice. So,
Let's just hope
Just extra.
Whitney is more of an asset than a liability. Let's
oh,
just-
yeah. Well, the good news is we don't have to listen
don't
to
place
her.
your bets.
Whitney might just be an anchor.
Yeah.
I'm going to try my best to sabotage. Just
Yeah.
for funsies.
To fuck us over.
I'm going to ask the morning murder ladies if what they'll pay me.
Yeah.
To sabotage.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They would. They're desperate for victory. So, yeah, it's very, very possible. But check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Follow us on all the socials. It's going to be a hell of a week. And for all of you who are in town, make sure you come find us. We'll be at all the events. And so I know a lot of you are listening to this right now, and you're probably wandering around Scoop Fest, lost at the Orleans.
Are y'all doing a sushi or something like that this year?
We're
No.
not.
No sushi this year?
No, I got really anxious last time that I was stepping on you.
Who would have thought that? Jim's
Yeah.
anxiety
Yeah,
is
yeah.
getting in the way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I was scared because last time I did sushi and then Penn fucking did his show and I'm like,
Well,
oh, Jesus, Penn
no,
Gillette's here.
that was just the night, or that was the day that you were like, oh, they're not going to start on time anyway. And then somebody said to you, no, they're definitely starting on time.
yes, and thus started my spiral.
Yeah.
And I just ran to everybody's table. I'm
But
like,
you
hurry
have
up,
a-
pay your fucking
But
tabs.
you have
Penn
a
Gillette's
schedule.
here.
I mean, you have a schedule of the happening.
Yes.
The problem was that the restaurant didn't open
No.
until
Oh,
like
there
an
you go.
hour
Yeah.
before.
Oh, well, yeah,
And
that's a
so
problem.
yeah, that was.
And they took forever.
It was
Agree to staff it.
It was
Yeah,
yeah, they were
didn't
not
staff it.
staffed.
And that's the thing is every time well, I shouldn't say every time. The 2 times we've done this,
100% of
Every
the time.
we have talked to the people in advance.
You give a heads up.
We've told them, and
This
they
is
did not
happening.
believe us.
Well, and also I think in both cases we have underestimated how many people are going to come. Because like
Also true.
The very first time we were like, I don't
We
know, like
didn't even
5.
believe
We
us.
thought because they were like, how many people you have come? And we're like, I don't know, like 2, 3 tables. And then we took up the whole fucking restaurant.
Yeah.
And then the
that's the
second
thing
time,
to do is just reserve the restaurant.
well, the second time I did come in a little bit better, but like again, we took the entire restaurant, and the second time is a big fucking restaurant.
Yeah.
And I still told them like 20, 30, and it was like 50.
yeah.
So yeah, just it cannot be done.
Yeah, the thing
So,
the thing to do is just call the restaurant and reserve the restaurant.
I try.
They're like, we're gonna have every table. We're just gonna fill up the place.
Yeah.
and
This is Mr. Orleans.
yeah,
I want my usual
Ted
the
Orleans.
whole Ted Orleans.
So we do not have. We will not be doing that. So sorry to everybody. We will not be doing that. However,
But you will be passing out fortune cookies.
not fortune cookies, Jacob.
Diploma.
Diplomas.
Well, I didn't say what the cookie was going to be made of.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
your
I should
origami
fold
really
them up.
big cookies.
I should fold them up and
Yeah.
put them in cookies.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that.
Diploma cookie.
Oh, no.
Diploma cookies.
You get a degree. You get a degree.
Awesome.
Everybody has a doctorate.
I'm suggesting you origami style fold up the degrees.
Oh, that's
and then put a
kick-ass.
little fortune inside of it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
yeah,
too.
you can make a little origami
Yeah,
table.
That's cool.
People can like make a little bird.
That's what we think of.
Visit
Jim's
Nick's
PhD.
origami table.
Yep. Nick's Storagami.
Storagami.
You can buy
Yeah, but then see,
gently
here's
used
the thing.
diplomas.
But then I have to learn that. I've got 2 days to learn how to do origami.
And we know you
could be
would.
done.
I know
That's how
would.
determined you are.
Yes,
That's how
I
determined
would.
you are.
I
Yeah.
believe
would.
in your abilities. It's going to be a fun week of shenanigans. If you are not already following the socials, please do so. And if you're not part of the Patreon, get in there, because at least get into the Discord, because the Discord is where we're all keeping all these things going.
Well, and of course, this month, Mental Health Awareness Month,
Yeah.
people can get onto the Patreon, and for as
Thank
little as
you.
$10 a month, they can get an entry fee into the raffle.
Look at this
for
guy.
the
He's
so
the whatever
good.
those
I
things
know.
are called. I
the
fell off there at the
Funko
end.
Pops.
Yeah.
Good job,
I was doing
Jacob.
really well up to the very end, then I
You
didn't know
were
what they were
nailing
called.
it. So, as a reminder, go onto our socials. We have broadcasted the photos of the glorious Funko Pops.
For every $10 you have pledged on the Patreon,
get a ticket.
you will get one entry into the Funko Pop
That's
raffle.
true.
The winner gets all 4 Funko Pops. They will be signed whether you want them to be or not.
That's right.
And why does yours look like Lance Ito?
Oh my
Lance
God, that
Ito.
was hilarious when you
Put
said
them
that. I was
side
like,
by
oh my
side and
fucking
tell me
God.
I'm wrong.
Is that the judge from the OJ
Yes.
trial?
Yeah.
That's who
Your
Lance Ito
Funko
is.
That's a
Pop
deep cut.
looks like Lance Ito.
Yes.
It
I
have
looks
something to tell
exactly
you.
like Lance Ito.
I
was-
am
it
Lance
was good.
Ito.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Also, OJ did it.
Oh, that's also not surprising.
What?
Patreon.com/therapy.
You
Get
heard it
in
here
on all of
first.
it. Support us for Mental Health Month. You can quit your membership in June. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But if you show up in May, and if you, for every 10 you have signed up for, we will give you a ticket, and it will be
Wait,
fun.
did you not put the Funko Pops on your Twitter?
Yeah, it's on there.
They're on all the things.
It's on Instagram. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I think it's on
knows he's-
Instagram and Facebook.
I don't know.
So
I
the
thought
answer
I
is
put it
I
on the
don't
Twitter. I'll put it on there.
Oh, yeah, you look like Judge Samuelito.
Lance Ito.
All right,
Samuel
Lancito.
Alito is a Supreme Court justice.
Oh,
It
you
looks
also look
very
like Samuel
different
Alito.
than
Yeah.
Judge Ito. Whatever. Anyway, after much ado, we do have questions. We're still doing this therapy shit. So we're going to answer
we
some
here?
questions, and we've got fun studio audience. It should be a great time. First question, therapists, how do you do it? It's a good question. Usually doggy style, I think.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
did you guys? Sorry, we're getting this question quickly. Did you happen to listen to Howard Stern's interview of Joe Biden?
No.
Howard Stern did a long form interview with Joe Biden last week, and a large part of Joe Biden's interview, and something he's been talking a lot about lately, is mental health
Did it
and mental health
really?
awareness.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well
just saying,
done,
mental
Joe.
health care is health care, and he's saying that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Like, good on you.
Very
Yeah.
good.
That's why we invited him to be on the show. Joe, come on
Joe,
in.
come
Yep.
on in. Yeah, welcome,
Stay
Joe.
out, stay
Joe,
out.
Joe.
Yeah.
Run
Joe,
away.
wake up, Joe. He's
You're
he's
gonna
with
regret
us
it.
in spirit.
I'll play some tiddlywinks with you.
Let me.
It's me, Joe Biden.
I love how
I
Joe,
rode here on my bicycle with a really big front wheel.
you have the
I'm
North
Joe
Atlantic
Biden,
accent. Joe Biden, she.
You know what killed vaudeville? The talkies. I'm Joe Biden.
Vote for me. Oh, well, good. Yeah,
It's me or a crazy person.
you have no
That's your
options.
Sorry.
Sorry.
And mental
That's
health
right.
is health. Thank you, Joe.
Now I'm going to go lift my weights, which is a dumbbell between two big blocks of, or just like those spheres of iron. The big round dumbbells.
Oh, yeah, those.
That's what I'm going to go work out
Are you
with
going
right
to wear
now.
that
That's why
striped
you're wearing a
unitard? Yeah, singlet. Yeah.
This is my swimwear.
You got your biker mustache or
I'm going to go
handlebar
do some
mustache?
laps right now.
I gave him a cauliflower ear. Bully! Therapist, how do you do it? From Anonymous.
I fight you with the backs of my fists.
Come on over here, fella. I'll give you the old 1-2. The old razzmatazz.
You didn't know I had such a great Joe Biden impression. did you,
It's
Whitney?
really good. I'm like very impressed.
Spot on.
Very
Yeah.
impressed.
Hello, Pod Therapy. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you.
Joe,
Thank you
leave.
for
Okay.
all you do to normalize mental health
I was told there would be pie.
and for bringing a little silly to such a serious field.
What do you mean?
Wow.
Just a little silly.
The
I'm a
timing.
licensed therapist working in private practice for the last 5
Awesome.
years. Before this, I worked many years for various nonprofit mental health factories. I love my work now. It's challenging. I treat PTSD and anxiety disorders, but I set my own hours. I choose my own clients. I study whatever inspires me, and my income is vital to my family. My question is, how do you spend your day being empathic, curious, and creatively helpful, and then go home and continue to offer these things to your families? When does your battery run out? As soon as I'm done seeing clients, I pick up my kids from school and my second shift of parenting begins. My spouse gets home at dinner time, and by then I am peopled out. I'm not irritable or mean or anything like that. I'm just really tired of interacting with other people and meeting their needs. By 7 p.m., I just want to read or go for a walk or work out or zone out on my phone. Basically anything but connect with real humans. I feel guilty that I'm not more chipper, curious, and available emotionally for my spouse. We make time for dates and spend our weekends together, but I guess I feel like I'm not doing enough as a wife because I'm draining my people battery at work and with the kids. Does it have to be like this? I'm really curious how each of you deal with giving energy to your clients and also your families and or friends and finding time for yourselves. I'm open to your tips and tricks, perspectives, or even just a helpful reframe. Thank you so much. Signed, Low Battery.
Well, I'll start with the obvious, which is
Winning at golf.
no, you should get rid of the family and commit
Oh,
your life to the
yeah.
profession.
Yeah, that's the move. Yeah, the spouse is holding you back.
Yeah.
So are
That's
the
why it
kids.
didn't bother me so much when my wife and son died.
Here it goes. Oh,
Then I was really able to focus on being president.
and we're done.
That was the crowd. That was the crowd.
Goodbye, everybody.
And good night. Yeah.
Are you guys just finding out that Joe Biden's wife and son died?
Yeah, breaking news.
I'm sorry to be breaking that to you
Wow,
right now.
now that I know this, it's influencing my vote.
Yeah.
Shoo-hoo. Okay, so besides being a horrific monster, how do we sustain ourselves
See, no one even remembers what I said.
being all people? That's right. That's perfect. Yeah, that's the beauty of Jacob. However dark you took it, he will find the ninth circle of hell.
By the way, being a horrific monster, one tactic. That is just a way to do it.
Just a
Oh my
way.
gosh.
So yeah, this is something that I think everybody relates to. I mean, and also all humans everywhere relate to it, right? You get burned out. But when you're in a human services profession and you're constantly interacting with people, there's a lot of like really trying to understand them and connect with them and think with them, all the things the writer talked about, and then trying to like turn that around and now connect with other people. Do you like to hide? Is that like your thing, Whitney? Whenever you are done with therapy stuff, you're just like, I don't want to talk to humans anymore?
I mean, not anymore, but I definitely went through when I first jumped into private practice, especially, and was building up my caseload. And it was finally hitting like the number of clients that I was wanting for like financial reasons, for just, you know,
hit your full case.
Yeah, like what I considered or expected to be a full caseload. So once I hit that number, I was like, all right, cool, I'm here. But then I caught myself exactly where this writer is. I mean, minus the family part, sorry. But not doing like parenting shift number 2. But I really love reaching out to friends and family. A lot of them live in other states and just far away. And so I spend a lot of time catching up with them, and it'll be like phone calls. And so I realized I just didn't want to do that. It was it was a time where it's like, nope, I'm just kind of Debbie Downer. I'm not very engaged, very
Kind of spent.
Yeah, it's like my my vial was empty. I had nothing left to give. So it doesn't sound like the writer can really do what I did, but I just lowered my caseload.
Okay. You just cut it down.
I lowered my caseload.
Until your social battery had some juice in it for the other people in your life.
And so for me, I mean, I had to evaluate basically, why did I have that number, my original full caseload? Why did I think that was the number I needed to have? Is it because of society? Is it because I think I need to make a certain amount for a certain reason, like for my own ego? Or is it because I can actually help people and still enjoy my friends or family that I want to enjoy? And so it just took a financial adjustment on that end for me.
I know some therapists that will intentionally not schedule couple sessions as the last session of the day. Or if they know that they have like a grieving session or a trauma session, they won't have evening hours for that because they don't want to finish on that note.
That's fair.
Do you do anything like that? My calendar's completely random. I could have control over it, but who has time for that? I just let people pick whatever they want, and what happens.
You don't take control of it.
No, I don't. Mine's
a surprise
just pick
every
what
day.
you want. Yeah, no, it really is. I don't even have the same client every week at the same day or time. It's just shuffle.
Yeah, and I know we've talked about this before. I have kind of like a mix. I have a few clients who like their day and time, and that's important to them for their own schedule. But living in Las Vegas, you have people that work weird hours. So I do leave it open and tell them you can go on the portal and like book in whenever you want to. So every week I do have to check, like a day before I start. I go on and look and see like, all right, what does my week look like? Do I need to accept these appointments or adjust?
Yeah. No, I do that too. And like you'll do that thing where you look at your calendar for the day and you're like, okay, like going through them really quick in your head, like what's this case, what's this case, what's this case, going through the notes. But then you do sometimes look at it and go, oh no, this couple.
Yes.
Like,
well, I don't.
Couples are hard.
I don't work with couples. I would love to. I actually enjoy that.
Take them all.
But I know that it's a lot, and I'm like, nope, I'm not in that space to take that on.
I've got room in the
but
group.
Yeah. No, I used to love families. I love family sessions, like couples. I like that interpersonal dynamic, but it's a lot. I'm just sticking with individual at the moment.
That's the problem. Everybody lies. I spend the whole goddamn session trying to find out what the truth is.
Oh my gosh. I just saw a funny thing from a girl I went to high school with. She posted on her Instagram story or like reshared something that said like, I wish my therapist could just follow me around all day. And I responded, I was like, we do too. Like, I would love to see what actually is going on in your life.
In the trench coat and hat.
I was like, how'd that really go down?
Yeah. Like, I saw what you did.
Yeah,
you're kind of a bitch.
Exactly. I knew you were the problem.
I have some notes.
I could picture Whitney like on a park bench with like a fedora, a newspaper with a little hole cut out.
Yeah. Just watching.
No, I like that idea though, like to schedule certain sessions.
Oh, I know some people do that. I don't.
That's a good idea.
You know, but like Nick, whenever you were doing clinical work, we were running inpatient. That is a special kind of hell, you know, because everybody there is unhappy. Everybody's high acuity. Everybody's trying to jump the goddamn wall or smuggle dope in, and there's always an emergency to put out. I mean, our shit didn't end because we were getting phone calls at like 1 a.m. and then still having to like get back to our families and like do life.
Oh my God, y'all were?
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Substance
You're
abuse is a
running.
bitch.
I guess you're the clinical director. So yeah.
And especially the last place we worked, which was like billed as like a luxury treatment center.
So all these whiny ass rich people that were like,
and
this is unbelievable. You guys are out of shrimp. I demand to talk to the boss.
Yeah. And so like everything was a 4-alarm fire, you know, and so we had to. And honestly, so I was thinking about this when you were reading the question, and it's been 6 years since I've done any clinical work. I've pretty much just been in academia since then.
No, I'm just kidding.
Honestly, you're not wrong. I don't miss it.
I love my clients.
At all. But even as I look back, like I was never all that stressed out with, maybe I'm just not remembering it. I wasn't all that stressed out with a lot of the clients I had.
Yeah.
I was stressed out with the staff.
Oh, yeah. The staff is the worst part.
The people I had to supervise, that was frustrating.
Yeah, I was going to say, what staff? Like your direct people under you or like just other staff?
People, you know, directly above me, too.
Oh.
Who's that you're pointing at? It's not Jacob.
No, it was, so I supervised as the clinical director. I'm pretty much responsible for all of the clinical going-ons. Yeah. So even though I don't supervise the nursing staff,
But we kind of did.
I kind of did
they call
because
us.
I'm.
You would have, like,
I'm
team
involved.
meetings and stuff,
Yeah, so
yeah.
I'm in charge of the entire therapeutic milieu.
Yeah.
Nick oversaw.
Good use of the word milieu.
Yeah, it doesn't get used enough.
I've been trying to find a way to
Yeah.
work it in. Did it
It's
sound
very-
natural?
Well done.
No, it's
Yeah.
very
Good.
tasteful.
Okay, good.
Okay, but
you
how
know.
I
often
mean, not
did you
natural
use
enough
that?
that I didn't know that
Oh.
you wanted praise for it immediately.
All right,
but
yeah.
yeah.
That's
Was it the emphasis that I put on it?
Yeah.
Milieu.
It was
Yeah,
the fact that you bowed after you said it.
That's what it was.
I
Okay.
think that didn't help.
You stood up and bowed. You removed your top hat,
Yeah.
gestured to the
Nick
crowd,
had a
and took a
staff.
bow.
Nick had a staff of probably close to 20 because you had like 4 nurses, 3 inpatient therapists, like 2 or 3 outpatient therapists, and then you also have an army of technicians that are running like the
Well, that's
day-to-day
what I was wondering. Like, did
operations.
other groups frustrate you more, or was it mainly just people you
No,
were like?
honestly, it was mostly the clinicians.
Yeah.
I think
Oh.
mostly because of my expectations.
Oh, sure.
Because they shouldn't be calling you.
Yes.
See, it's fine when a nurse calls and they're like, I don't know how to like de-escalate this person. Like, why would you? Like, you
Well,
have
and-
one move, give them dope.
And the other thing too is
please
like,
give them drugs
you
until
know,
they pass out.
What nurse is that?
I would always, I'd always get these calls that were not emergencies. So it's like, okay, if it's not on fire and no one's dead and it's not going to
Yeah,
make the
no
news,
blood.
it can wait until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm golfing,
Yeah. It's the
which
reason-
was a thing, by the way.
It was not.
100% it
not.
was. This came
Nick,
up all the time.
There's nothing you're
It
going to
did
say
not.
right now that is going to make me believe you were not golfing.
Yeah, thank
Like,
you.
Sorry.
Thank you. It's self-evident. Like, it's obviously that was a. But what would happen
Nick
is
was
because of these
unaware of
golf,
golf.
shirts sitting right
so
here.
usually every night Nick and I would take a shift. Like one of us would be the on-call
shift.
boss. Yeah,
I know, that came out, I was like,
every night
say
a
that
big
again?
heavy shift.
a long
So we take
But
turns.
it was synced up.
But like on Saturdays, like we try to alternate weekends or whatever. And Nick would always be just terrible because like even if we're taking turns, we both need to be able to save the day. But Nick would be like, I'll be in Pahrump that day golfing. And like, okay. So like you're an hour
golfing.
away.
That, Pahrump, we know you're not golfing.
No, he was, yeah, well, brothels.
Golfing.
Yeah. Hole in one.
Hole in one is exactly
Cost
where you were.
extra.
I mean, there has to be a brothel called the 19th Green.
Oh,
right?
yeah. It's easily.
Sure.
The
easily
69th
true.
Green.
Nick,
Yeah,
I wouldn't know
totally
anything
true.
about
If
that.
there's not, there will be.
Brothels are expensive as
Nick
shit, by
Tangeman,
the way.
69th Green.
How do you know?
I just saw this Reddit post about it. They were
Okay,
discussing it.
sure.
We
How
also
much-
just talked about it the other week.
Yeah. Oh, did you guys on ICS
What?
talk about it? Or did we
I
talk about it?
thought, did we talk about it? I
I
thought we
think we
talked
were
about
discussing it
What
a
are we
little
talking
bit. How expensive brothels
Brothels?
are.
it. A friend of mine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
right.
I
'cause
talked
your
about it
friend-
on ICS.
I think that was off air. I think we were talking about it off
Oh.
air. Your buddy.
Did I talk about that on air or off air?
It came up once on air.
A what?
Oh, it's
Patreon.
Patreon.
This is why it's good to have an audience.
Good to have an audience. You can actually tell us what the fuck we do
No,
on
I,
this
I have
show.
a friend who
reporters.
he had to move out of Las Vegas, and he's now in bankruptcy from brothels in Pahrump.
Oh, I do remember this story now.
Expensive.
Yeah. Okay.
Very
because they're
expensive.
legal, which means he was able to use his credit card.
So he
Also,
could do it.
that is a great trivia, and I would like somebody to be in charge of that. Is Price is Right sex menu from one of the brothels? I think that would be really fun.
My search history.
I
is
think it'd
So,
be great.
so somebody,
My search history.
somebody in here is going to have to
already
do some
insane.
research.
Hands on. Want real
I know,
information,
right?
please.
Not that far. 40 minutes.
So repelling burnout, like in
Okay,
the
so
daily.
here's the thing. Again, back to burnout.
Yes. Away from brothels,
Brothels to
back to
burnout.
burnout.
It was never really, honestly, a big problem for me. Like I don't know if it's something about my personality or
Nick
something,
didn't
but it
give a
wasn't.
shit.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's.
You also weren't doing a lot of you weren't doing like
Direct.
10
I was
one-on-ones.
doing- no, I was
You'd
doing-
be like group and then wrap
yeah,
up the day.
I mean, in
Group
an
is
average
different.
day, I would have maybe 4 or 5 at the most individual sessions.
Individuals,
It's
yeah.
mostly group.
Yeah.
But also, just regular interaction with clients,
Right.
and it's all substance use for the most part. I had some co-occurring, but I didn't focus on co-occurring.
Mm-hmm.
The Yelp reviews for the brothels in Pahrump are shockingly low stars.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect that.
For a place that will literally have sex with people that show up.
How do you get bad reviews?
Yeah.
Is bad sex.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Chairs
simple.
are uncomfortable.
The chairs are uncomfortable. That's the bit. Yeah, so for me, I mean, so since I went to telehealth, this has been a little bit different because whenever I was in office, that's one of the things that I probably do a little bit differently is I'll go marathons. So like when I'm there, I want to be doing therapy. I do not build in breaks. I hate that. Like one of the worst things in my clinical day.
The day does go quicker and
I don't
easier
want
when
it.
they're back to back.
Yeah, because the hour's going to happen anyway. I would rather be talking to somebody. Like, I don't want to just be sitting there in my own head. That's a dangerous fucking place. So like, I would much rather be dealing with your anxiety than
not
mine.
spend time with family.
I know. Just sorry, I'm
I thought
busy
you were going to say
again.
to not spend time with himself.
Sorry, happy
like,
birthday,
my
son.
own
Daddy's
head.
got a shift. Sorry, I can't talk to you. So like, I will, try to go as many sessions as I can, and I like that. I'd rather be busy. But yeah, I mean, I know what the writer's talking about because like at the end of it, you are kind of spent, especially if you've had like some really delicate cases, like some really human ones. And it can be a lot. Like one of the things that happens in my style is I try to use humor to like, help people, like build them up a little bit or get them out of their head, especially like if we're trying to like go back and forth with something that can be heavy, but then trying to like lift them back up. And when you do that like 10 sessions in a row, you're out of juice.
Yeah.
Like I don't have any more feel goods to give anybody.
Yeah.
And just, because I've done the same thing a bunch today. And so like, I'm just spent, that's all it is. As far as like getting to that low battery, I think for me, it's a little bit different because my kids are my escape. Like from that because
they fill your cup up more.
They
than,
do
like,
because like dad gym is different than therapist gym. So like when it's like, okay, this is done. I just did 10 sessions in a row and I
you
need
just
to
make
wrap
them
this up.
play video games with you that you want to do.
Yeah. And then it's like, hey, we're going, we got to hurry up and pack our stuff because we're going camping this weekend. It's Boy Scouts or we're going to, this thing. Or I'm going to take my daughter ice skating or whatever. That is different. It's a huge shift of like mental energy because it's action oriented. And so like for me, it feels like, okay, now I'm doing a task and it's like I'm out of like therapy head and doing something different.
But like, what about your spouse? Like, do y'all have that reconnection time that you feel too drained to give to? Because I think that's where I feel it the most when like a friend calls me and is trying to vent or or even honestly to the point where I don't even want to talk to them about my own issues that normally I'd be like, oh, this and that happened or went wrong. And I'm just like, nope, I'm just tired.
So
it's not worth
this
it.
is where I think I'm a little bit fortunate. So
you have no issues.
Yeah.
No friends.
I have no friends. No, that's very helpful. I do not have a friend that would call me and be like, "Can I talk to you?" Like if Nick calls me, I'm in trouble.
I was
like
wondering,
something bad has happened. He's going to be like, "God damn it, Jim! I told you not to do this."
I was wondering because I know you see quite a few clients, but I was thinking like from times we've talked about this in the past, you don't seem to have a lot of like friends.
Yeah. Thanks, Whitney. Thanks. It's really great. I'm glad you did that in front of all the people.
You have two.
Really cool.
You have two friends now.
Brogan. All right.
Don't call him.
Thanks for your
Don't
pity
call
friendship.
Brogan, do
I'll
not
take
call
it.
him
I'm not
to talk
above
about
this.
your
Hold on.
problems.
Yeah, we're just gonna throw in extra friends here.
Let me just point out.
Yeah.
The people who came the furthest away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Australia and
Will
Scotland.
be your friends.
They'll do it. Yeah. Because they only have to do it once every couple of years.
Exactly.
And they're like,
Exactly.
oh, fuck, I have to see Jim again.
It's not a big
Hey,
commitment.
pal. Yeah, so
perfect.
I do not have friends, which does help with that. Also, I think, and I don't want to over stereotype, but at least in my lived experience, male friendships are a little bit different.
Fair.
So whenever you do connect with a male friend, it's like, hey man, do you want to play like Call of Duty and shoot bad things? It's like, yeah, let's do
typical.
that. Like that sounds cool. Or like I'll go out with, them or something and like we're just gonna go watch a football game. It's like nothing deep's gonna happen. So but yeah, my spouse is a school teacher. So
She's peopled out too.
she's people the fuck out. She doesn't want to talk to me. Like when I see her, she's like, "Here, these are your goddamn children.
Yeah,
goodbye."
I don't
like
want
you
them
know,
to touch me.
That's yeah, exactly. Goodbye. I'm not talking to you. So like for both of us, it's like, okay, hey, how was your day? Good. Any news? Any updates? Okay. Anything I'm supposed to do? Any bills I'm supposed to pay? Everything cool? Cool. Okay, I'm gonna take the kids to special activity after school. Bye. What do you need from the? Text me if you need something from the grocery store on the way home. So it's two ships passing in the night. So it's not this energy of like, oh, I don't want to talk to you. It's just like, we can't. They're too busy to talk to you.
What do you think about the coping that they're doing? Like kind of scrolling or,
Dude,
work,
TikTok
zone
gets
out,
me
all of
through.
that. I can't I've never downloaded TikTok.
Which actually, get Joe Biden back over here. Joe, we got to talk about this ban on TikTok.
Ban it. Let it go.
You shouldn't just ban technology you don't understand, Joe.
If I banned technology I didn't understand, I'd ban everything after the Model A came out.
Get rid of that new fandangled Morse code. These kids with their razzmatazz.
You know what I don't like? Fire. I'm not a fan.
The wheel.
When I was a boy, we just ate things cold, and we liked it.
Nobody
Gave us
complained.
gumption.
I do support the zoning out though,
Yeah.
even if I'm not a TikTok.
That helps. So, like, yeah, I think everybody finds their thing that they rejuvenate with. For me, it's being distracted. It's getting, like, I actually like having other chores and other tasks. That gets me out of, like, that space. And then video games, dude. Like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Zelda games, Nick. These are Zelda games. Oh, there's also more than one.
Yeah, I
Zelda
don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
That gets me through. So, I mean, everybody kind of finds their own thing, but I like what you said about maybe having to adjust your caseload, like that could be too much, or organize your caseload by severity. Like I do, a lot of therapists tell me they are strategic with how they end their day.
Yeah, I was just going to say any kind of ritual that you can have that you can close out the day.
Yeah.
Whether that's like, I'm going to clean off my desk or I'm going to do
Right.
something like that, that is kind of like your way of like sealing it shut and it'll be there tomorrow.
Right.
And then you go home. I think that's a lot harder to do for people who do in-home treatment services.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why it's really important to have a separate workspace than you have living space.
Right. Because, like, I do telehealth. So,
Yeah.
like, I'm in my home office. And that is very tricky because when
Mm-hmm.
I'm done, I step out of my office, I'm in my house. I want to leave. Like,
Yeah.
when my day's done, I want out of there. My family gets home from being at school all day. They want to lay down and do nothing and watch TV. And I'm like, let's go for a walk. Let's go do something. Let's go run some errands. And they're like, F
Been
you,
looking
Dad.
at
Like,
a
that doesn't
screen all
sound
day.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, my husband won't go on walks with me either. He hates them. I'm like, come walk with me.
No, I think it's
So
you.
like Whitney and Jim should go on a walk.
There you
The
go.
three of
We'll go
us.
get some ducks.
Yes, we go feed the ducks.
Just take
right
our
now.
duck
We do,
walk.
I'm with
to the
Peter on
pond.
that.
Yeah. I think Peter's
Oh, I
probably
thought
just
you wanted
right.
to walk. You're
Whitney
like,
sounds
don't walk.
awful.
No, I don't.
No, he's like,
Honestly-
I did my cardio. I'm like, it's not
No,
cardio.
it's
It's
like-
enjoyable.
I'll go like for some walks I'll find enjoyable, but like I walk fast. Here's the
So
other
does
bit,
he.
like,
I'm like, slow the fuck down. I'm like,
Oh,
I-
no,
I
I'm
stroll.
mosey.
God, drives me
Yeah, I'm
crazy.
mosey. I always
Unless
get
I'm out
yelled
for
at.
like a walk to exercise.
Yeah.
Oh,
Then
no.
I stroll.
Then you power walk? Do you
No.
do
Yeah,
like
but I'll walk fast.
he's a fast
The hips.
walker.
I'm-
Drive me
Throw
I'm
crazy.
fast, but also like if we're out in nature, like on a trail, like I want to climb something. I don't want to just walk on something flat. Like
Yeah.
give me something that I can use my arms and pull myself up with.
Okay.
I don't like to. I don't like to just
giggle.
walk on a flat surface.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm weird.
Huh. That's really odd.
Yeah.
That's, everything you just said is weird. But anyway, Ryder, at least know that the three of us relate to you to some extent. I like that you're exploring this. I like that you're trying to find your own way. I think every one of us has to come up with their own thing. For some people, it's more people that solve it. Like for me,
If you're really
I need to be
extroverted.
around little kids that are just like, well, let's play games and let's come up with activities. Well, my little kids. Yeah.
Jacob, you're trying to
Play video
balance out.
games and things in like my mouth. Ah, damn it. So everybody finds their own thing. But
The drop.
anyway, good luck. Thank you for
Everybody
listening to
finds
the
their
show.
own group of little kids.
This
Relieve stress.
This show is already.
See, we can't edit it. We can't edit it because we got an
Because
audience.
there's an
That's-
audience.
that's-
Because they'll tell everybody what they heard.
They will. They'll
Not
talk
if
about
they're
it.
dead. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're discussing injuries. You're listening to Pod Therapy.
Today's episode is brought to you by
Myra.
Robert Brownie, Junior Mintz, Kayla Lansbury, Kevin Chamberlain, Ben Stanley, Adam Hathaway, Dan Martin, Lib Heyo, and Andrew Langmead.
And Tess Miller for the fuck of it. She's in here.
Just be on that way, Tess Miller. All right, here's categories.
I've just discovered that brothels are not allowed to advertise their prices outside of the brothel.
Is it a union thing?
Interesting.
It's a law.
Oh.
It's a
No.
capitalism.
have
However,
to
there
talk
are
about
several
it.
people in the chat rooms that recommend that you bring somewhere between $2,000 and $4,000 for the hour.
God, that's a lot of
For
sex.
the what?
For the
Hour.
hour.
No
Oh,
fucking way. I
Myra
thought
has
you were gonna say the
volunteered.
night.
Tess is going to go with.
Okay,
Awesome.
good.
All right.
Good. We're
Let's,
sending a field trip team.
But no, you can
We
like
could-
you can
the
go
Pod
there and you
Therapy
can discuss the
investigation. You have a
prices
couple
while
days
you're
till
there.
you have to be
but
anywhere,
you,
so.
you can't discuss prices outside
I feel
of the
like
building.
that would bother me. Like it's already very anxious because we're gonna have sex, and now it's like I have to discuss. Like if I'm bartering with you, this feels weird, right?
It can be
'Cause, like,
whatever you
They say
want.
like, oh, you can negotiate, but it's like, can I? Can I really? Like, oh, it's
don't have to have
$1,000
sex,
for a
Jim.
hand job, Jim. How about 50 cents? Get out. Damn it.
Yeah. Well, you can't lowball offers like that.
Not
Nick
with those
knows.
low balls.
Not with those
Yeah,
low balls.
exactly.
That's right.
All right,
Jim's
here's our category today is categories.
Okay.
Categories.
So we're gonna do teams.
Ooh.
Yay.
Okay. So Whitney, you get Tess and Myra.
Oh, we get studio teams?
We do. We get studio teams.
No, we should have like a schoolyard draft. We
Well,
should pick our
it's too
team.
late
No,
because
too
we're
late.
too late.
Fine.
All right. You got Wayne and Kez.
I get Wayne and
my
Kez?
people on
Yes.
the mic.
Yes,
Kez is
Australia.
not in the room right now, so that helps.
Oh, I
And then
lost one
we've
of my
got,
teammates.
Chris and Brogan are going with Jacob.
And you're just going to be Alex Trebek?
I know the answers, so
All right.
I can't participate.
There you go.
All right.
I only have
so,
one teammate. Fucking game's rigged.
Should be back.
Do double duty, Wayne.
Yeah.
No, you're
You got
not. You are
Wayne.
one human.
You got Wayne.
I want two humans.
Settle down.
It's Wayne.
What if it's a girl category?
All right, here's the
We're
thing.
fucked.
So I will start naming them off, and you have to figure out what they all have in common.
Okay.
Okay?
Is this a
So you're gonna,
is this like a buzz thing? Or?
Yeah. So you're gonna have to buzz in. Whoever goes first.
Okay.
That may be difficult.
I know.
Nope,
it's like
nope,
buzz
it's
is
fine.
Gonna be...
We'll
Oh,
fine.
we'll do buzz.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Yep.
Buzz. Here we go.
Difficult. We've got a mic.
All right.
Yeah.
Kaz, get in here.
Okay.
You're on my team.
Taxi driver.
We're trying to figure out what the category is.
Raging bull.
Oh, Buzz.
We buzz.
Jacob.
Yeah, I buzzed. Robert De Niro movies.
No.
No.
Oh, now we got some hesitancy. Oh,
I
okay.
got a buzz.
Correct.
Martin
Martin
Scorsese
Scorsese
movies.
movies.
My
King
Australian
Jim.
guy got
And
it.
look,
All
you were
right.
upset. You were
Jim's
upset.
up.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, this should have been a geography day. I got like all these international people. I gotta fuck some shit up today.
Well, just wait.
Ooh.
Next question. Here we go. Maybe better to throw up hands because I can't always hear. Okay. Germany, 2006. South Africa, 2010.
Oh.
I heard a buzz
Yeah,
over.
Brogan
Buzz.
buzzed. World Cup
Yes,
location.
World Cup
Damn.
location.
Yeah, Team Jacob.
Got off of 2.
I was gonna
All right,
say
way to go.
Olympic.
I even
Sorry,
knew that
sorry,
too.
sorry.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I know, Mike.
The
Okay.
Olympics
I
felt
was like, I
right.
was ready for you to say the wrong thing. I was going to
All
correct
right.
you.
Last one for this round. Pavel Chekhov, Wesley Crusher,
Buzz.
Star Trek
Star Trek
characters.
characters,
Chris
Team
got
Jacob.
it.
I knew
Great
Chekhov was
job.
familiar, but I could not think of why.
All right, so Jacob is up 2. Team Jim has got 1, and Whitney.
Big old
Shut
goose
it,
egg.
shut it, shut it.
goose
Losers
egg.
are going to have a no pants dance off.
Oh shit! Woo. This is how we find out the brothel prices. We bring the brothel to Pod Therapy. Next question is titled Injured. Hi, gang. I recently sustained a pretty gnarly injury, and I feel like every coping mechanism I have has been taken away. I love being physically active, and that's off the table for the next 6 months. Physical activity is also my social circle, my vacations, and what brings me joy. The thing I'm finding most difficult while recovering from my injury is that nothing excites me. I've had to cancel almost all of my summer plans. I wake up every morning just waiting for it to be evening, or really just an appropriate time to take a sleep aid so I can fast forward through a few more hours before having to wake up and do it all again. It's not that I don't have things to fill my time. I'm doing crosswords, Skyping with friends, and doing lots of other things to stay busy. But it all feels hollow, and I have to force myself to do it. I'm not looking forward to anything. Do you have any suggestions? Anonymous.
I mean, this is the backstory for every single professional magician out there.
That they get injured?
They get
It
injured.
is.
They're
You're right.
bedridden for a period of time, and during that time, they just learn to do card tricks.
This is the backstory.
Like
That's
every,
true.
Every major magician has like an injury or severe illness story.
Wow. And that's how they pick it up.
Yeah,
Is they're just
so
stuck.
many of them.
All right, there's your answer, Ryder.
Become a
Pick up
magician.
professional magic.
All
I mean,
right,
you can't,
back to
like-
trivia.
That was easy.
Just working on something that you can do in your hands. Like I guess we don't know what their injury is.
Hopefully not a penis.
Hopefully not like I
you
was going to
repeat
say
the
hopefully not a
question?
hand injury.
That's true.
Kidding.
But as long as it's not a hand injury, like do card tricks.
Yeah, I mean,
Practice that French drop.
I thought
I
about
like
crocheting.
assuming
there you
that,
go.
I mean, any
Crochet a
hobby with your
blanket.
hands, honestly.
Well, I was going to say anything that includes learning.
You heard me.
The eye contact.
It's very fierce.
Anything that is learning that I that would fit.
Yeah.
Jacob's suggestion would definitely fit. But like anything that has to do with like learning a new skill or learning a new language. I'm trying to learn French.
Well, okay, so this is where this letter I think is interesting, right? Because for you, a big part.
Pointing at me.
Yes, with my thumb. For you, a big part of your identity is the fitness stuff. You know, it's more than just, I like teaching this to other people. You don't often struggle with mental health things in the time that I've known you. I think I do that for both of us.
Yeah. Thank you, by the way.
So yeah, no problem. Thanks for doing all the exercising because I don't want to do it. So I just really appreciate that you just get to live forever and I get to fucking suffer.
The truth is we all
cool.
struggle with lots of mental health things all the time. They just all pale in comparison to what Jim is dealing with.
There you go. Like the sun.
So we just don't bring
I
them up.
outshine. So you don't necessarily use the fitness stuff, I think, for mental calibration in that way. But I think that if you couldn't do it and you were just locked out of it, which I think has happened.
Oh, yeah. No, COVID.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely happened. You know, and at that
I
time.
remember Fat Nick.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
He was so wonderful and jolly.
So, but COVID, like that was seriously, that sucked. And it like, I still got, it didn't suck for me like it sucked for everybody else because I think everybody else, you know, was really kind of
I believe
stuck
we
in
all
their
agree
home.
that Nick's experience during COVID was the worst experience that anyone had during
I
No,
COVID.
the best. He
wasn't.
loved it.
No, that's what I
saying
heard
it
him
wasn't.
saying too. Yeah.
Nick had it worse
Because-
than everyone else.
Yeah.
If you think you had a bad time during
Yeah.
COVID,
Yeah.
Nick's was worse.
Yeah.
That's
If you're in Wuhan, China right now and you're staring
my
at the
God.
mass graves,
Yeah.
I want you to remember, poor Nick.
well, I
If
had
you
this
are
mask
back-
that really irritated the back of my ear. And it
No,
just
you
kind of
wore
hurt
one
a
mask
little
for
bit.
3 fucking years.
Yeah, I know, but it really hurt.
You never even washed
But
it.
Yeah, I did. That's a true story.
Hope you burned that
I
thing.
found a stash of masks
I
in my
still
truck
have.
this week.
Pretty sure it's still in my car.
I still find masks.
A box of masks.
But no, but like I still went out and did some stuff. You know, like I would still
Right.
go for walks. I still, you know,
Super
golf
spreader.
courses were still open.
That's right. He was a super
Yeah.
spreader.
He sneezed on
Because he
old
was so
people.
miserable.
Me and all the
We'll
Republicans
all
were
be
out
miserable
golfing.
together.
But not going to the gym, that did seriously mess with me because
Right.
like I had been in such a really good pattern, and then I was like, okay, I can't go to the gym. I'm going to work out at home.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned very
sucks.
quickly,
Just not as good.
I can't do that.
Right.
Like some people do really well. Like I've got some clients that's what they do. They work
Yeah.
out from home
It works.
and they enjoy it and they like it and they can do it. They can stick to it. I can't.
I think there's
I have
something to
to
having
leave.
like same thing we were talking about with the first question with the home office.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
something to having a dedicated gym in your home that you
I
can
think
go
dedicated
you're
to.
gym.
dedicated, Jim.
Thank you. Yeah.
Ba-dum.
Get up and leave. Yes. You should walk out.
Wayne just quit my fucking team.
Yep.
You're down a Wayne.
He's 100% of my points.
Wayne's
Excellent,
going to buzz
excellent,
in
Wayne.
and just get questions wrong because of that joke. But no, I think there's something to having a dedicated space for it for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
And like
when you
going
can't-
to it, I think it's
Yeah.
obviously a huge help.
When something is
Absolutely.
this much a part of who you are, like the writer talks about, like that was my friendship circle. That's how I cope. It's a big part of my happiness. And now I'm injured and I just can't do that. And I think, gosh, that has got to be so profound. Like professional athletes or like anybody that like this is your thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You
I
think
can't even think of the equivalent. If you're not talking about physical fitness, I don't know, like something else that could temporarily take away your powers to do something you love.
Yeah, I do think about that a lot. Like with any athlete, you know, professional athlete
Yeah.
that gets a career-ending injury,
I can almost
and then they're
think,
just like, I've been preparing my whole life to do
Right.
this one thing.
it's all I do. It's
yeah,
what
and
I do.
now I can't do it.
And that's where my friends are. It's where my work is. Like if you broke my jaw, please don't. But if that happened and like I had to like have my
I
mouth
might if I don't
wired
get my
shut.
fucking degree.
How many do you need to have
Where's my
before
money,
you're
Brian?
satisfied?
Just the original.
They're all fake.
Just the original.
Even the original's fake.
Yeah, that's still the one I want.
It comes out. The story
There it
comes
is.
out.
We're finally out. But like if you did something like that, somebody's mouth was like wired shut. Now that would be, I think, the closest equivalent I could feel to this, you know? Because like, what would your equivalent be?
The worst thing if I couldn't talk. Like,
Well, but it's the thing that you
my
do.
whole life because I can't talk.
I can't think of another thing I do
know
as
it.
much as this person works out.
What about video games? You just talked
My
about.
thumbs
Oh
were
yeah,
broken.
what if your thumbs are broken?
Okay.
I can't play them.
Yes, it would be the
Now
video
you know.
games.
Now
That
you
would be the
know.
biggest problem in my life.
Now you know what it's like to be a
be a
professional
penguin.
athlete that can't play
No,
their sport.
I get it. I understand.
No, I know what you mean. You're like, that's my livelihood. But
Right.
it's funny because it sounds like you just want to talk everyone's ear off. And
I
you're like,
am,
"I can't
I'm a
talk to
podcast
people."
host.
Like,
I don't know. Come by it honestly.
I don't know what mine would be. Probably something physical. Like, I think about that sometimes. Like, if you just couldn't walk tomorrow, how horrendous that would be. And it's something you take for granted every day.
I've thought about that a lot, actually, going through this huge slump that I've had with golfing. It's like, if something happened where I couldn't walk and I couldn't golf, like, how grateful would I be to just be able to just give me one day that I can actually go out and play golf? I don't care what I shoot. Just give me one day where I can do it.
Interesting.
And
I'll
then-
think about that every
I
weekend.
know, and I
Nick,
tried.
that's
I
your
tried
homework.
I know. I try to remember that and think about that because that's real. That happens to people, and I should be grateful for what I have. But it's so hard in the moment.
Okay, so that was going to be my response was maybe like, let's focus on a gratitude journal. It sounds very
Okay.
cliche, but like going into what you do have available right now. And if your injury is temporary, because they
It
did
seems
say
like it is.
seems temporary.
Yeah.
Just reminding yourself, really focusing, it's kind of like meditation or anything else, really honing in on like, what do I have right now? This is only temporary. What is the reality? And it's okay if it still fucking sucks some days, but overall, it's not going to be like this forever. And I've just got to get through the next day. And feeling grateful for what you do have available, I think hopefully would keep you from just wanting to take like sleep aids and just
Yeah.
have the day pass by you. Oh, I don't know.
I think you got to have a goal for the day.
Yeah, and that's kind of what
Like
I
if you're
was,
having trouble putting stuff together, like start actively having a goal.
and again, I'm going to kind of go back to the thing I said earlier. Is like learning something. Like, is there any way that you can take this and look at it as like this is an opportunity, or to kind of reframe it as an
reframing.
opportunity?
Yeah.
Become a
You know,
magician.
Yeah, like.
Honestly.
You know, if there's
love it.
if there's ever anything that you've always wanted to learn how to do, but you've never just had the time, you've always put it on the back burner. Now might be a great opportunity to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like all
Piff
that.
had some horrible disease.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Teller was bedridden with something for some period of time.
Yeah. It's the backstory of all great magicians.
Yep.
That's really what we're trying to tell
David
you, Ryder.
Copperfield passed through the Great Wall of China, and
Oh,
that
wow.
injured him probably because it's a wall.
Probably.
That feels right. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah.
enough
Like-
to question.
Matt Donnelly died.
Yeah, there was that. Yeah, I remember when Matt died and
Oh,
rose
but
again
his
on the third
resurrection
day.
was amazing,
Yeah.
though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. When he rolled the stone as part of the prestige.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Holy fucking shit! Nailed it!
And he was able to do a French drop.
Yeah, Ryder. I mean, this is
Magician term.
it's a thing. I mean, this is so tough whenever something's been taken away from you. Like even just the injury and feeling powerless. Like I pulled
Yeah.
my back really bad, I think around New Year's, and it was the worst. And I was like bedridden for days just waiting for whatever the fuck was wrong with my back to just go away. And I remember just feeling so powerless like every day and just like, wow, I cannot do any of the things that make me happy. I can't interact with people. I can't see people. I can't stand up. I can't go get food. I mean, so there we go. Yep. Oh, I thought this was the Jim's Tale of Woe.
I'm Jim
Oh,
Jobin.
there it is.
I hurt my back once.
You
It
may
sure did hurt.
for just
I'm
$1
Jim
a day. You could stop somebody else from hurting their back. Patreon.com/therapy.
And for $10, you get an entry fee into the pop
Funko
raffle.
Pops. Get your Funko Pop. That will help you, right?
I keep almost saying auction. I know it's not an auction.
It is not. It is a raffle. But
It was
yeah.
supposed to be, but we couldn't figure out how to do it.
We barely figured out how to do a raffle.
I know.
So,
I have a
go ahead.
controversial question on your thoughts on this from both of you, not Jacob. No, I'm just kidding. You can give
Good
insight,
move.
Jacob. What are y'all's thoughts on the writer kind of stating, they said in here, like basically all the things that bring them joy aren't there. And this expectation we have as people to like, you have to be happy.
Right.
Like, you
Yeah.
just...
It's not okay to be unhappy.
This sounds like terrible, but like, yeah, life is about just like, you have to be happy. And I'm like trying to achieve happiness or joy or whatever. And like, yes, we are, but it's almost like if I'm not there, then what's the point in life? And it's like, well,
Right.
there's a lot of other points in life. and
Yeah.
especially for a temporary,
Yeah, that's right.
Even not
Be like
temporary. I
Whitney.
don't know.
Be less happy.
life sucks.
Life is shit.
I know.
Pew pew, Texas.
Move to Texas and your life will be shit. If you're
No,
a
but
woman.
I think a lot of that is true. Like
Only if you're a
expectation
woman.
management.
That's why I said if you're a woman, your life will not be better.
Expectation management.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that there's something to be said for that. But Ryder, you say that for the next 6
Who was it?
months. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say I was going to say it was Viktor Frankl, but it wasn't. It was somebody else.
Victor Frankenstein.
Thank you. That's what it
I believe
was.
it's the modern.
I believe he
Prometheus.
said, "It's alive."
Yeah. Yes. And which ties into this because
He's
Now I'm
alive.
really
It's
curious
live.
what your quote was.
no, but it was a book that I read about resilience, and it was about a prisoner of war who just basically he just kind of woke up every day and just like, okay, well, they're probably going to torture me today. They're
Yeah,
going to torture me.
that was The
today.
Princess Bride.
That was. Yeah, no, it wasn't. I mean, it was. It was,
yeah.
but it's
the
not
Dread
what I
Pirate,
was.
John
Pirate
McCain's
Roberts
book.
did it to
John
Wesley.
McCain.
Was this John McCain's book?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
What also
actually.
happened to John McCain?
Yeah.
This torture
Yeah.
thing's happened in a lot of
but
storylines.
It's.
I mean,
yeah,
it turns out.
so common
Mostly in
thing.
Texas.
But I think the idea, this expectation of like, okay, today is going to suck. I've already set that expectation. Okay, I
Yes.
can set it down and I can just move on.
Right.
Yeah.
There's more to the day than just my suffering.
This thing
Right.
yes, that's what I'm trying
I
to
do
say.
agree with the idea of setting a small goal every day because, like, this writer's stuck for 6 months, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like this is an opportunity in so many ways, and I appreciate that it's not an opportunity you relish, not one you want. But if somebody told you, "Hey, look, all the things that used to take up your time are shut down for this 6 months," you now have so much time to like read the books you want.
That's
or,
what
like,
this is.
Pick up a hobby.
This is what everybody looks back at COVID
Yeah.
with yearning for.
Right.
Because all of us, when COVID started, especially us in the entertainment industry, we all thought that we were going to be out of a gig for like 2 weeks, maybe
Right.
4 weeks. If we had known that we were going to be out of gigs for like years,
If you knew exactly how long it was going to be.
yeah, like that gives you such a huge edge. That means you really can, like, you can learn to code.
Right.
You can get a laptop on next to your bed and learn fucking coding.
Right.
You can learn, like, if you, I'm joking about magic tricks, but at the same time, like, you can work on a lot of magic tricks in
Right.
8 hours a day.
You can take on a whole new skill.
You can
know what
start a
I would do?
You
podcast.
can honestly learn like a big thing.
Yeah.
Go pass a Google
And you know
certificate.
how many months you have
Yes.
to sit and be injured. Like, that's a fucking opportunity, honestly.
Yeah.
I would learn more about Adobe Illustrator.
There you go. You could learn about Adobe. I mean, you could write a book.
Yeah.
You could. But yeah, I really
Like,
like
honestly,
the
you
idea
can
of
just
finding
you
a
can do anything you
challenge.
want. You,
Yeah.
That's a lot of
It's a good
forced
reframe.
downtime.
Yeah, there's a lot here you can get. And I get that it's one of those make lemonade out of lemons thing, but
You could make lemonade.
you could learn to make lemonade. You could play a
are
really
those
big video
ingredients?
game and tell yourself you're just going to 100% it, like Tears of the Kingdom, which I highly recommend. That you could totally play that sitting in bed.
You could do what I did during COVID and learn how to make a really good old fashioned.
Yes, the secret to Jacob's old fashioned.
Yeah, you can drink.
Yes. I think
us
we
so long
solved
to get
it.
to this?
Yeah, it's weird
Wow.
how long it took
Doctor.
us.
Have you tried
Have you
drinking?
just tried descending into alcoholism? I think
I went to
that'll
the
work.
doctor last week and I got my blood test results back. She calls me up. She goes, because I told her, I was like, I'm drinking a lot less than like, I don't know, it'd been like a year and a half or 2 years since the last appointment. And she said, she was like, yeah, COVID really didn't do anybody's livers any favors.
Oh shit.
Very true.
And she
Fair.
called me. She was like, your liver does look better. Look at that.
Yeah, we
You
tried to
weren't
light
lying
your
to
sample
me.
on fire and it didn't stay lit as long. Oh, pretty good.
Just in time for Scoop Fest.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, need that liver in fighting shape.
That's right.
Well, Ryder, look, I appreciate you just being serious about this. I know it's hard. I like that you're trying to do all these things to fill your time. And I think all we're trying to do is just kind of toss you more suggestions and encouragement. I mean,
Honestly, I think this is a huge deal. Like being
Yeah.
able to point at it and say how long you're going to be.
That's huge.
Maybe not bedridden, but whatever condition you're in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big deal. Like, I assume you're going to go back to work at some point. You know how long it's going to be before you have to go back to work. You have all this information that normally you just don't have.
never have it.
So you've got free time to really work on some stuff.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
And getting into maybe a different hobby that you've never explored before.
Yeah.
try collecting Pokemon cards,
Get a ukulele.
a ukulele,
Oh my gosh.
or, Beanie Babies.
I would suggest not doing any of those things, except maybe the ukulele.
Yep.
Ukulele.
Actually,
Excuse
it's ukulele.
Oh, fuck.
Gesundheit.
Oh, damn it.
Yep.
What a flex. He's right. Ryder, thank you for this. Good luck. And when you finally do come up with your solutions, please write in. We love updates. We love to know how you ended up solving this problem, since we sure as
Yes.
shit didn't.
Yes.
All right, we're going to take
We
a
need to
quick
know.
break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about ASMR. You're listening to Pod Therapy.
Today's episode is brought to you by Robert Brownie Jr., Mintz, Kayla Lansbury, Kevin Chamberlain, Ben Stanley, Adam Hathaway, Dan Martin, Lib, Heyo, and Andrew Langmead. And if you would like to sponsor the show, become a therapy producer by going over to patreon.com/therapy.
Let's go, Wayne. We got this. Come on.
Categories.
Coming back.
All right, here we go. All right,
Hand raising, right?
hand raising.
Is
Or-
it hand rating?
I don't care. Just get my attention somehow. I don't know how to do this. It's hard because I
I'm
like.
just
I
going to
have
reach
to
over
really-
and touch you.
Yes, just touch. Yes, actually, that's a good idea. Just touch me. Everybody touch
first
me.
one to touch him.
All right,
Rogan, get
there we go.
underneath the desk.
All right, here we go. Miami.
It's
Creek.
one city, Wayne.
Creek. Crow.
Buzz. Native American tribes.
Got it.
Fuck, Miami's a tribe?
Yeah.
Yes.
It
Jesus.
is.
All right.
Wow.
Oh yeah. What the hell? Oh, but
Shut my eyes.
oh, thank you.
Wow, the integrity.
Very honest. Very
The
honest.
integrity.
Thank you,
Cheaters
Brogan.
over there.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh shit! You probably
Oh, I can't. I don't have my
too.
glasses
Jen's
on,
definitely
bro.
all right,
cheating.
all
I can't even read what's on this fucking
He's touching
can.
next to you.
Labatt Blue.
Okay, here we go. Lead hook, rear hook, cross,
Buzz?
Kaz.
Fish.
Knitting.
No.
Oh, that was
Buzz.
good.
Sorry.
I had already buzzed.
Oh, I'll give to.
Oh,
Give us a chance.
I think I already buzzed.
The fish.
Boxing.
Boxing.
Ooh,
Yeah.
hell
Yes.
yeah.
I'm
There's
pretty
a
sure I
rear
got fucked
hook.
on that.
We're on the
Yes,
board.
there's a rear
And the
hook.
crocheting thing seems much better. So spiritually, I feel like you're right. Give us a
Okay.
point.
We had to get a point.
Here we go.
That was a good guess.
Whitney traditionally does not get points.
I don't. This is my chance. I'm working on it.
Here we go. Rat tail, golden barrel, jumping choya.
Buzz. Wayne's got it.
Go on, Wayne. Wayne says cactuses.
Yeah, Leo, we want cactuses. Cacti. Cacti.
Yes.
Wow.
Say it with confidence.
Really? Okay.
I was getting ready to guess haircuts.
haircuts. I was going to go hair too. I was like rat tails. Yeah.
You would have got the next one. The next one was prickly pear.
Oh,
Yes.
So you got that
Give
one.
us them points.
Oh, my prickly pear. I have a big prickly pear cactus in front of my house. It's like in full bloom right now.
Oh,
It's so nice.
That is nice.
You know what? Let's do 3 more. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
let's
Yeah.
do it. Let's
Okay,
do
here we
it.
go. Long, flat, recurve, horse.
Buzz. Descriptions of my penis.
Oh,
No.
oh, it's true. That is, yeah. I think we can just take a group
Points.
conscience. vote
Last
at this
one is
point.
compound.
Oh, Buzz. Bow and arrows.
Yes.
Wow. Damn, Jacob.
Compounds a bow, but
But he
Okay.
loses a point for the penis bit, right?
Made the joke and then still
Oh,
got the
no,
point.
that's an extra half point.
Yeah. I was
Provided-
hilarious and got a point.
All right.
We're getting smoked.
Rectangle.
Shapes.
Whitney and Jim have
Like
both
shame.
used their buzzes.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Whitney and
Idiots.
Jim have both already used their buzzes.
Yeah.
Team Jacob, get comfortable.
Really good at this.
Brow line.
Fuck.
Cat eye.
Buzz.
Oh.
Kaz.
Types of... Kez says types of
No.
marbles.
I think it's a type of
No.
makeup.
I'm going to say
It's
buzz.
ways to do
You're
your makeup.
also wrong.
Buzz.
Shit.
Stones.
No.
No.
Say the first two again.
Okay.
Give us all of
I'll give you 3, and then we'll go on.
Okay.
Rectangle, brow line, cat eye, clip on.
Buzz. Glasses?
Yes.
Glasses.
Shit.
Frame
Yes.
styles.
Cat
Excellent.
My team's holding
Rectangle.
The last one you got was
Descriptions
aviator.
of my
together.
penis.
Aviator.
Rectangle.
Here we go. All right, last one for
Cat
this
eye
round.
penis. It's the rare and dreaded.
Here we go. Ranch, farm, tutor,
Oh, Buzz.
So,
Wayne's got it.
Wayne.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
Yay,
Yes.
it's types of
Houses.
houses.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh, and that one
Wayne.
was worth 10 points.
No, that
And
was not.
Jacob's penis.
Tutor,
the ranch.
ranch style.
Colonial.
Stand out attention.
Yes, sir.
Bungalow penis.
Filled with joy.
2-story. Split level.
Filled with the sound of children's laughter.
Going back there. You and Jim. You and Jim.
Get him off the show.
All right, so what's the points? Who's winning?
I don't know.
God damn it.
I mean, I'm definitely winning.
It's going to be some. Okay, Whitney's not even in the
No,
game.
here's the
I
thing.
have a point. Wait, 2 points.
The last one is worth like 15 million.
Yo.
So it's
As is
doesn't
tradition.
matter. Yeah.
As is tradition.
As is tradition.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Tradition.
Who
until
are we
the
to
end.
change tradition?
Right.
That's right. I'm going to mess with it. Last question, ASMR. Hey, what up? I was just curious what you guys think about ASMR. I use it to help me relax, go to sleep, calm down my anxiety. It's even got rid of headaches for me. Are you guys familiar with it? I know it's a new thing, but I wondered if there's any science to back it up.
Jacob, shut
Most
that mouth.
people, oh, God
Shut
damn it. All the misophonia people right now are just like, fuck. Most people I talk to think it's strange
Wow.
and weird, but it's
This is what I
truly
think.
so peaceful for me. Also, what is each of your favorite Tom Hanks movie? This is a question another pod I love will ask guests, and I'm curious what each of yours will be. Mine's Castaway, and as a close second, Catch Me If You Can. Thanks for all you do, anonymous she, her.
Of all the days to have bubble wrap.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Get in there. Oh, yeah, that's very
Oh,
nice.
That was
okay.
a good one,
That's a
wasn't
good
it?
That really
one.
gets ya.
No, the twisty ruins it. You got to do one at a time.
So we're all going to just do
All right,
our
all right,
best.
There we go.
I'm going to do the... Oh,
That was really hard. You could have broken the class.
Yeah, that
All right,
sounded like
with a Sharpie.
Where do you want to start? Favorite Tom Hanks movie?
Let's start with what is ASMR
Okay.
while I think of my favorite Tom Hanks movie.
That's so good. Have you seen Ove, A Man Called Ove, the original? No. Yes, it's in the language that it's
All right.
in.
Whitney's talking to people in the
Sorry.
audience.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Whitney's just having a
Focus on
conversation
Tom
with
Hanks.
someone.
Speaking of Tom Hanks,
Someone's
Oh,
in
is
the
that
room.
like the
Someone's
man
in the
from?
room.
Is that like the what is it, a man called Otto?
the man
Yeah,
called
there's
Otto.
an original A Man Called
Oh.
Ove, and it's like in a foreign
I think I
language.
talked
can't
about the man
remember
called Otto. I forget what traumatic event I was flying back from Vegas from, but it was like a funeral or something.
I
I think I talked
remember
about an
this.
ice cream social, and watched a man called Otto on the flight back, and was just bawling, just openly weeping on the flight.
So good.
And the elderly couple sitting in the row with me were just very concerned for me. They were coming to Vegas to have a pool, to participate in a pool tournament. They had played it for like
Yeah,
40
and you
years.
ruined their entire vacation.
Weeping.
They were like, "Oh, this poor man."
Yeah.
Tom Hanks really touches him.
There's a lot of like ASMR podcasts now that the whole thing
Really?
and YouTube that they
Podcast?
just
Okay.
like just play it like
Oh.
nonstop. I have no idea what the ASMR stands for.
I've
ASMR.
audience. Anybody? Any
Yeah,
ideas?
somebody use a
Phone a
Google.
friend?
Nope. Nobody.
Google. If only we had Google
We
on
had
Yeah.
our
Google.
hands. Do you ever listen to that stuff?
Autonomous sensory meridian response.
Yeah.
So do you think there's? I mean, there's got to
I've
be.
defined it. You guys do the rest.
Jacob,
There's got to be
mine's
something behind like what. I'm trying to think like neurologically why that has an effect on somebody and why.
Well, sure,
we've
like-
got Tess. Yes.
Got the rest of the sentence that Jacob.
Oh, apparently there's
Okay.
more sentence.
Oh, go on.
ASMR stands. There is a sentence. There.
Thank you.
It stands for
Like,
autonomous
just
sensory
testing them
meridian response, a term used to describe a tingling, static-like, or goosebump sensation in response to specific triggering audio or visual stimuli.
Wow.
That's from the Nebraska Medicine.
I've seen them where they like somebody will take their nails and like rub the microphone.
Oh, I was
and
like
that-
nothing with nails.
It does a thing. And like it really does trigger that like shiver up your spine.
Yeah,
Go
but this isn't
sound
like
wave.
that's a negative experience, right?
Shiver up your spine?
Yeah, so like this would be something that would create like a very positive, like a good like feeling,
Right.
you know?
It's
Well,
kind of like
yeah.
satisfying.
Yeah,
is
satisfying.
The term. It's very
Yes.
satisfying to like
Yeah.
it relax.
I don't know what it is about. Okay, so this isn't auditory, but visual. There's something about power washing.
Oh, I know.
Wow.
Do you watch
No,
those
100.
YouTubes where they like
Bro,
clean a whole car?
yeah.
You know, there's a
So
video
good.
game called Power Wash Simulator.
I've seen that.
Oh, it's fucking awesome. Yeah, no, I have it. It's so good. It is so good.
My power washer broke this week. I'm very sad.
Oh, that's terrible.
Go
we
watch
gotta
the
get that.
videos.
It's
You'll love
triggering
it.
me.
No, but like I always get these like they always come up on my feed now of like people cleaning really dirty rugs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a theory
Just
that they get
amazing.
the rug dirty just to clean
Oh,
it.
100%.
Theory.
Hey, look, I don't
There's
ask
a fact
questions
that
how
they
it got
definitely do
dirty.
that.
That ruins it for me. I want it to be like someone brought in their
Have you
rug.
seen
Yeah.
the rugs that they're power washing?
Yeah.
It looks like they've been buried.
Yeah. They're all
It looks like
mafia
they're
rugs
buried
It takes
for
the
years.
magic.
with bodies rolled up
It
in
takes-
them.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
somebody
Gross.
dug a hole, put a rug in that hole, then put a building on top of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it takes the magic away from me.
I
I'd
wonder
like
what
it
it
more
is
if
about
were
that
real.
though. It's just like something that is
Have
like
you seen the landscaping ones where they take like a horrible
Oh
yard?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
And they like
They
trim
trim
the
it up.
edges
I
and
do like
stuff,
those
and
too
just
right
like
now.
power wash.
yeah,
the
something
concrete.
about that nice clean line against
Yes.
the
Those are pretty
concrete.
nice.
Yeah, and they power wash
So
the
none of
concrete
that's
too.
ASMR.
Oh man, no, there's some good ones there.
There we go. Maybe
weed
that
whacker.
could
Weed
be. That's
whacker.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, it is soothing.
So I guess the visual thing I get more than anything else.
Yeah, well, there's sounds to it.
No, but I don't know.
I don't get into it though. Like, there's a lot of people like the sound bowls. Have you ever seen those?
Oh, those
yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
different. Those are awesome.
That's
That's different than
oh, we touched a sensitive
Well, no, that's
topic here.
ASMR. I think.
I know. Maybe. I don't know.
I feel like that's a thing.
I like
don't know,
those
it's-
okay because it's like hitting a consistent tone
Yeah.
while you relax, and I think
The
it's
singing bowls.
it's like hitting a like certain wavelength or whatever for your brain. The ASMR is just it feels like it hits a nerve more than like a
Yeah,
wavelength.
yeah.
I don't
Right.
know. I could be wrong. That's
No,
just
I
my
think you're right.
experience.
I think it's a fascinating little trigger response. I mean, as far as like relaxing to it or whatever, I fall asleep to podcasts, usually ours.
Your own
Yeah.
You listen
very
No,
to this? I know you.
not
don't.
even if I'm falling asleep.
I do because because I just want to know like what are people going to be upset with us?
You still
about?
listen to the show?
I do check it out every once in a
Oh,
while. I
wow.
am known to listen to it. Yeah, just because I want to, I want to be on top of it.
Yeah.
If
Do you
it's
guys have a podcast?
coming out, like I want to know like what's the shit that we're gonna get
Yeah.
on social media, and I want to be able to.
I will sometimes whenever we have to record doubles and then it's like it's going to be a while before
Yeah,
something
yeah, yeah.
releases, then I'll go back and listen to it because I'll have no clue what people are talking about in the Discord.
Right.
They'll be like, "Oh, that point or whatever." And I'm like, "What the fuck was the question?" And so then I'll go back and listen to it.
You know, you could just ask people.
Yeah.
That would seem silly.
Yeah.
Or I could look up the
Like when
script.
people ask me something about a show, I say, okay, I'm going to answer your question. First, you got to explain to me what you're talking
As
about.
soon as I know what you know,
Yep.
we will be just fine.
Do you think that you listen to like podcasts or things going to sleep because it's your ADHD brain?
That might be it. So for a while, it was ICS because there's just infinite episodes of Ice Cream Social.
That is just true.
So you can
Yeah.
just hit play
Yeah.
and you're fine.
Yeah.
Like you could sleep for 12 years and you're just going to be fine.
Yep.
But then I started having these weird ass dreams.
As long as you
where-
download the shows, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I do always hit download.
Counts
but
as
I
a
was,
play.
I was having dreams where I was hanging out with the guys, and it started to get weird. And I was just
Wow.
like, this is starting like I'm dreaming of these dudes every single night, and our dreams like they're always just like we're walking
Just
around
the four
doing
of us
life.
in a hot tub.
Yeah, just four guys talking about life. But then I
Three of
realized
us
like it's getting
nude.
fucking weird. I need to stop. So now I started listening to like history YouTube channels where they just like recap like the Assyrian civilization or
If
something.
I'm gonna take a nap, I'll listen to Duolingo.
Okay.
Duolingo has a podcast.
Oh.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that. That's exciting.
And so, like, if
Try
you're
to
learning
just-
a language, you can like learn like the French ones are the ones that I'm listening to now, where they will talk. The
Bonjour.
narrator will
Sponsored
talk in
podcast.
English. They're telling a story, and it's about a person, right?
Okay.
And then that
Eating a
person
croissant.
Ugh.
will record their piece in their native language, and then it goes back to the English speaker, and then back, and so they go back and
I would
forth.
fall asleep to that.
Oh, yeah, you can
Yeah.
easily fall asleep.
That
to
seems
it.
like that's
Yeah.
the purpose. I don't think anybody's learning from that. I think
It's
it is to
actually
put you
it
to
is very
sleep.
helpful. It is pretty helpful. I think.
helpful for sleep.
How much French can you say?
Non.
Croissant.
Garçon.
Garçon.
That's the only word I know.
Yeah. Just utter phrases from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I don't get the ASMR either. It maybe I have the other thing, the misophonia or whatnot. I'm like, it just gets under my skin,
It
like in
just
a not good
irritates
way. I'm
you.
like, nope,
Yeah.
change.
Yeah, sometimes
I
it
do
pops up
think-
on my For You, and I don't like it.
I wonder sometimes though if people experience music differently. Like some people who are just like amazing musicians that they just maybe just have a different connection to music than the average person does. You know?
Yeah, I can't listen to music and go to sleep because I try to dissect what I'm hearing.
I can
You're
if there's
aware of
no lyrics. I'm
Oh
fine.
no, I'm worse with that.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm worse with just music with instrumental stuff.
I can't
Oh,
listen to
interesting.
white noise machines if they're digital because it's a track and it will repeat itself and I'll start to catch the pattern.
Oh my god, there's no pattern.
Oh, it's
I don't
awful.
think.
It's
This
so
is white
bad.
noise. This
There
is
shouldn't
white
be a
Wow.
pattern.
Oh,
There
no,
shouldn't
there
be
should not be, but there is.
That's bad white noise.
It's
Yeah, you need a
terrible
different
white
app.
noise.
What
Yeah.
I'm learning
You
is
need
that
to-
I
you
can
need to
fall
pay for the
asleep to
service.
anything.
I should. I'm not paying money for fucking white
Just
noise.
buy the
It's so
machine.
dumb.
Wait. Does the loop sound like you're listening to a free white noise generator?
Yeah.
This is an ad.
That's yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
That keeps
Liberty,
the white
liberty,
noise-
liberty. God damn it.
It's looping right now.
I heard it. Because my ears are so sensitive that I can understand this shit. Oh, Ryder, I don't think we have a lot of advice.
I
We
have
need
my
to talk
Tom
about
Hanks
the
answer.
Tom
Anybody else got a
Hanks-
Yeah.
Tom Hanks answer?
All
Whitney,
right.
Tom Hanks answer?
I was torn between A League of Their Own
Oh, that's a good one.
and Big.
Oh,
in
Big was
baseball.
good.
I've just been looking at the IMDb.
Me too, I was down there too. There's
instead
so
of paying
many.
attention to the question, I've been
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah, I
looking at
wasn't
IMDb, and I settled on A League of Their Own.
Oh,
All right. It's a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
one.
Spirit
All right.
over there.
Solid one.
For
It
me,
is.
it's got to be Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump is
Oh,
great.
That's
Forrest
the
Gump.
obvious one.
Yeah, just an
Yeah.
all-around.
Have you
amazing
seen
movie.
Greyhound? It
Yes.
was released on Apple.
Yeah, it was on Apple
So
Plus.
good.
Green Mile was really
I mean,
good,
he
too.
wasn't necessarily good in
So
it. It was
good.
just a good movie.
No, yeah, it's great.
I think that the best acting he's
The
ever
Burbs
done.
was my number 2.
Oh, The
that was a
Burbs.
good
I
one.
just
Yeah, yeah.
watched that the other day
The
for the
Burbs is
first
great.
Oh,
time.
the Money Pit. I forgot about
The Money
that
Pit's
one. That's
great.
a really funny one.
Dragnet
Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
the
With
favorite
Dan
I've ever
Aykroyd.
He
ran.
was in Dragnet.
in the movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know
movie
Bosom
Boots.
Buddies.
the movie remake of the old television show. He was in Dragnet.
Turner and Hooch. I'm remembering a lot of his early
Oh,
stuff.
Turner
now.
and who?
Joe versus the Volcano.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Young Tom Hanks doing like comedies
Anything.
and romantic comedies is something that people now don't
Sleepless
understand.
in Seattle.
I know.
Yeah, You've Got Mail, Sleepless in Seattle, really good.
I mean, honestly, I can't go back and watch it all the time, but Philadelphia,
Philadelphia
is
popped
a
up so
fucking
good.
masterwork.
So good.
Like it's just amazing.
so good.
My
It's not one that I
favorite-
could be like, that's my favorite Tom Hanks
Can't
movie.
watch that
All
one
the
again.
Toy Story.
Such a funny
Myra
movie.
said.
Yeah.
Yuck. Tom Hanks.
Oh man.
Castaway was really good.
Castaway's great. It turns out Tom Hanks is really good.
Before
Yeah,
before I
We
looked
just
up,
watched the Mr. Rogers movie a
Oh,
few
yeah.
weeks ago.
How
Is it
was
good?
that?
It's not the movie that I thought it was going to be at all.
okay.
It's very good, but it's really not the movie that I thought I was sitting down to watch.
Okay.
It's all about the
His cocaine
experience
addiction?
of like this one guy who met Mr. Rogers and did a magazine story on him.
oh,
So
okay.
it's a telling of that experience. It's not a movie about Mr. Rogers per se.
Okay.
But it is like it's definitely about this person's interaction with Mr. Rogers and how kind of like game changing that was for him in his life.
I like that.
Yes, it's about this guy's life.
impact
And it's a
Fred
you know,
Rogers had on
based on a true story type thing.
Mine is Toy Story.
Toy Story's great.
Those are
It's real hard to argue with Toy Story, except for you're an adult, and Toy Story shouldn't be your favorite Tom Hanks movie. But other than that, it's hard to argue with it.
I wasn't when it came out. Okay, so that's my Tom.
You
Hanks.
weren't?
I know. I was
No,
trying to do the math.
you were an
there.
adult when Toy Story came out.
Toy Story came out in
93?
95.
Oh, okay.
95.
95.
95?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'd have been like a
Oh
freshman.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
Freshman.
Yeah.
I don't
Yep.
think so. dude.
95? I don't remember it being that long ago.
Yeah,
Oh my
It just
gosh.
was.
it was.
Okay,
That's,
we were
that's a
children.
30-year-old film.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
So
Shoot.
Toy Story
Yep.
is.
That's just
my
quick
answer.
math I did right there, by the way.
Ooh, very good.
Not to
Mathematician.
brag.
Huge flex. Huge abilities.
I'll just do like Nick. Je ne sais quoi. I'm just saying fancy words.
Wow. How does he do it? All right. As we wrap up the show, we want to remind you can go to patreon.com/therapy. You can get the extended show ad-free a day early, as well as enjoy our live chat Discord community where you can meet all the lovely people that are in studio right
Do
now.
it.
They are on there. They will chat with you, probably.
Me less so.
Jacob will not. Even if you tag him, he will ignore that.
If you tag me, I might. Then you've
pop
got like
in.
a fighting chance.
If you tag him
Yes.
twice,
Oh, it's
no.
not going to be the day of.
Yeah, no.
Not unless you get real lucky.
Yeah, you gotta go find that. Also, you'll get access to our weekly deep dives, interviews, skill shares, research, roundups, and rants. This week, I started a 10-part series on the 10 questions every therapist should ask
On
himself.
ADHD.
Yeah. 10
Another
hours
round
on
two.
ADHD. Figure that out for yourself.
An ADHD, a rehash.
We extended.
Deeper diver. We want to
The
thank
A in ADHD stands for attention.
ATT. We want to thank all the folks that support us at patreon.com/therapy, and we need to welcome some new people to the Theraparty.
All right.
Who's new, Nick?
We got a new Therapod. Welcome to the party, Dylan Colopy.
I believe it's pronounced colonoscopy.
You could be.
I
We're
think
gonna
it's
keep
Dylan.
that one. I think.
Yep.
They're
Dylon.
definitely staying.
And we got some new Therodactyls, don't we, Jim?
Yeah, we do, because they're smart, and they know that they can go down there and get that raffle ticket if they're at the $10 level or
Those
more.
raffle tickets are hot.
They're hot.
Nice.
They are hot. Everybody's got a fighting chance.
The Funko Pops are sincerely awesome.
They're fucking cool.
They're
They are
adorable.
super
Three of
fucking
them
cool.
are really cool, and one of them looks like a judge from the 90s.
Yes.
With flip
a
flops.
pivotal figure of law.
One of them will remind you of O.J. Simpson.
This is true. Welcome Adam Warren, Scoopatron, Linda Brandmeier, Richard Bruins, Matthew Johnson, and Brooks Lyle.
And hey, guess what? We got a new Theraproducer.
Yeah, we do.
Andrew Langmead.
Welcome
right.
back, Andrew Langmead. Get your 2 raffle tickets. We love it. And we'd like to thank the benevolent, revered, generous, and flagrantly pro-therapy diehards who love you all so much that they give till it hurts. Thank you, Dirty B. Thanks, Myra. And thanks, Pickett. And we want to thank our bosses, the mysterious and shrouded Illuminati members of the fan club, the Theraproducers. Thank you, Jake Schneider, Robert Brownie Jr., Mint, Smitty Scoop, Ben Dawn, Judy Schneider, Kayla Lansbury, Mrs. and Mr. Hot Dog Scoop, Malia, Leon Kassab, Mason Miller, no relation to Tess, Richard Macy, no relation to Tess, Carolyn Albert, Kevin Chamberlain, Tess Miller, relation to Tess, Sammy Scoop, Ben Stanley slapping your face, Sarah Smith, Adam Hathaway, Byler T, University Jeff, Mike Helm, Paris, Samantha Cohn, Darren Cunningham, Lib, Team Monaco, Thunder, Cougar, Falcon Scoop, Matt Lisa Tangeman, no relation to Tess, Hey Yo, Oscar Swanrose, the Sunny Boy, Slippery Kai, motherfucker, Sandra McWaffle, Dan Martin, Hannah Marie, and now Andrew Laken.
Yeah, I've been thinking of a way to make that list longer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could join it.
Just doing the same bit over and over again. That'll do it.
That'll
Yeah.
do it.
Is slapping your face somebody different than
Yeah.
Ben's?
Yeah, slapping your face is a different
Ben
person.
Stanley
Comma.
slapping your face.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
comma.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying that about Ben Stanley.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. His
No,
name
it
is
is.
Ben
It is.
Stanley slapping your face. Stanley's his middle name. Yeah.
If you would like to hear this episode uncut and unedited,
And why wouldn't you?
that was beautiful.
That's adorable.
And enjoy our spontaneous side projects. Go to patreon.com/therapy. And thank you for supporting mental health.
That's all the time we got for this week's session. Want to thank our landlords, Matt Mattingly's Ice Cream Social podcast, and thanks to our studio audience who joined us here today. We really appreciate it. Remember, Pod Therapy isn't something to keep all to yourself. Share it with the world. Use our socials when you do. It's at PodTherapyGuys on some things, /PodTherapy on other things, and you can find us always at patreon.com/therapy.
Basically, you can find it if you put a little bit of effort into
Fucking
it.
want it, okay? Can't do it for
If
you.
you want to submit a question to the show, ask anonymously at podtherapy.net or email us at podtherapyguys@gmail.com. I'm Nick Tangeman.
I'm Whitney.
I used to be Dr. Jim.
Thanks, and we'll see you for your appointment next week.
Bow, bow, bow. I like how we all tried
All
to
right.
defraud Jake.
Yeah, I'm going to need that degree.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
The bet was for the degree.
Yeah.
Don't make me pull your children aside and explain to them
The daddy's not a
how
doctor.
daddy welches on his bets.